Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show for you today. Good to see everybody. Hope you are doing great. Matty boy, look at you right here. Member for 24 months. Hey, I found it 2 years. Let's go, Matty boy. Tip of the cap, man. Thank you so much, and thank you, all of you. So good to see you, man. Ron Sims, morning, gang. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you, Scotty. Hit the like button. Yeah, that would help. I appreciate you. Kurt jumping in with it. Jamal Murray and Dylan Brooks, both 20-plus points, plus 116. I love it, man. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday, February 3rd. Blaine said, good morning, crew. Good morning, buddy. Yeah, let's jump into it, man. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday. All right, 1-1 for me. Hornets money line, Rockets money line. We get that one. Nice day in the NBA. Texas Tech, Kansas. Shout out to the Kansas Jayhawks. Getting the job done. Nice job to Kansas there. Want to give them some love. That was a good home win. And Brad, unfortunately, we don't get Vitesse, FC, Eindhoven, Finkel and Einhorn over 2.5. There was no scoring in the second half of that game. It was 1-1, man. That thing was loading up, ready to go, and then nothing. But so was sort of spending, I guess. There we go. All right. Jermaine said, what up, gang, man? What's up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Logan, morning, crew. Good morning, buddy. Japan, what's up, baby? So good to see you, man. Matt, good to see you too. Big dog. Abby said, let's go. Abby, you know what? You're exactly right. Let's jump into it indeed. Now, let's take a look at what we saw yesterday. Kansas, talked about it, gets the big win, 64-61 over Texas Tech. North Carolina gets the win by 10 over Syracuse there. Mello was not happy after the game on that one, but good win for North Carolina, good win for Kansas there in the NBA. Hornets get the dub. We got that. Rockets get the dub. We got that one. So nice to hit that parlay. Seeing and Siakam both went off there. Look at the Grizzlies. Exactly what we were worried about. And we were talking about in the afternoon show. Man, what we were concerned about. Memphis was dangerous to steal one, and they did last night. 76ers get the win on the road against the Clippers. Okay, so let's jump into it for today. Let's talk some headlines first, then we'll get into the picks. Uh-oh. Robert Kraft got the same result as Bill Belichick. Robert Kraft not voted for the Hall of Fame class of 2026. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft, like his former head coach Bill Belichick, was not selected for entry into this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Multiple league sources told ESPN. Kraft, a first-time Hall of Fame finalist this year, did not receive enough votes from the 50-person selection committee to be included in the class of 2026, which will be announced Thursday night at the NFL Honors in San Francisco. So give the NFL journalists and everybody involved in that process who votes on it, I guess, give them credit on this. They kept it going. And they said, well, if we can't let in Belichick, there's no way we can let in Kraft. And you knew Kraft knew that too, as soon as we saw Belichick not get in. So now the question becomes, and it's not this year, obviously, but are they going to do the same to Tom Brady? Ooh, I'm fascinated with that. All right, so Belichick and Kraft both get the service there. Not happening this year in the Hall of Fame, although I would imagine they will next year. Bad Boy says, then wait 5 years, right? I know. Sim said, AB, will we have a Super Bowl pregame show this Sunday? Absolutely. Yep, we'll be live that Sunday morning. We'll be live an hour before. We're going to get our last one in. First touchdown scores, all of that, all of it. So, yeah, definitely Sunday. And I'll get the time set up and all that. But, yeah, no doubt. All right, so that's headline number one. Now, Bradley, headline number two. This one's just for you and for all of us. Nashville has joined the cities hosting the 2028 Olympic soccer tournament matches. All right, coming from our friends over at Channel 2, WKRN. They've been a friend of the program here at Driving the Line. We want to give them some love. If you're in Nashville, watch Channel 2. Music City has been chosen along with select cities to host soccer matches in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic and Paralympic Games. Officials announced Tuesday several cities, including Nashville, have been chosen to host group stage and knockout soccer matches leading up to the final stage games at the Rose Bowl Stadium in California. All right, Brad. So how are we feeling about this? We excited about it? Now, Brad and everybody here. Yes, Japan just said it. Okay. DTL meetup in Nashville at the Olympic soccer matches. That's 1,000% happening. And I tell you what, I can tell you this. All right. The fact that it's happening, I've already put together a field trip of what we're going to be doing. So, yeah, you think I'm kidding? I'm not. First off, here's the stadium. Here's where we're going to be. All right. Geodis Park. A little south of downtown. About 10 miles away from Broadway, all that, if you're familiar with Nashville. So there you go. That's the park we're going to be at. Open air. Nice. Really, really, really nice. Japan, can we get a suite? We can get that. No doubt we can do that. All right. So that's where we're going to be, at the park. Next, peg leg porker. That's right. Y'all ready to eat some barbecue? You've heard me talk about it a million times, and this is where we're going. Peg leg porker, Division Street, downtown Nashville, the best you can get in the city of Nashville. We're definitely going to peg leg porker. Yeah, Nashville. Yeah, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Tony, do I need a note for the field trip? Yes. All right, you're just going to have to get it signed. Next, Live Oak, okay? My boy Hasten. What's up, baby? Good to see you, man. All right, we're going to Live Oak here. We're going to go see it. Our man owns it, takes care of us. DTL, shout out there, Live Oak. Next, where are we going? So we've got our stadium down. We've got our food down. We've got our drinks down. All right, we're going to check out a Vanderbilt baseball game too. All right, we're going to check out the Vandy boys. Going over to Hawkins Field. Go check out the dudes. See how we're going to be doing today. Maddie, I said in the night at Deja Vu. Somebody's been to Nashville. And then finally, or not finally, all right, then we're going to the Parthenon. We're going to go check it out. Yep, super kick. Funky griddle for breakfast? Absolutely. Absolutely. Matty Boy said, I'm staying at the Fairfield. You could do that. Rooms are also going to be at the Sonesta Select, so you let me know if you want to get down there, all right? And inside the Parthenon, if you ever come to Nashville, if you go inside the Parthenon, if you send a picture of Athena, you will make it on this show, 100%. If you ever come to Nashville, which you will for the Olympics, and you go in, all right, get a picture of Athena, you will get high props from me. Next, what are we doing after that? We're going to go check out our man. Look at Randall Mims. Look at him and Harley the Bulldog right there. Mims Lumber. We're going to go see him. And the interesting part is that Mims Lumber is literally right across the street from Geodis Park. No doubt. Like, you could literally park at Mims Lumber and walk to the park. So we're going to go see him. Look at Randall looking good there. I love it, man. Harley looking good too. There we go. All right, so get ready for the field trip. Austin said, this is better than my high school senior trip. 1,000,000%, bro. We're going to, look, trust me. Everybody's coming to Nashville, and we're going to take it over. No doubt about that. All right. You can see the new Titan Stadium too. All right, let's jump into the pick. All right, so it's an interesting night in sports tonight. We have college basketball games, but not a lot of ranked ones. Got a few, but it's not your typical, huge Tuesday, right? Now we'll talk about all these games. Don't worry. But first off, Miami of Ohio. I'm riding it. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm rolling on the train. I like the way Miami, Ohio is playing. Tizzle. When's the 2026 version? Shoot. Let's do it this summer. I'm in. It is baseball season. Blade said, soccer play, 3-game parlay, Bologna, AC Milan over 1.5 goals, Arsenal, Chelsea over 1.5 goals, FC Barcelona to win, plus 101. Beautiful, man. And Blade, good to see you, and I appreciate that. Matt, I'm driving to Tennessee and bringing some smoke booty. Hey, bring it, bro. Please. 100%, man. Tony, we might a couple practice field trips each year leading up to 2028. I think you're right. I think we need to do it. All right, so Miami of Ohio, minus 5.5 with the spread on the road. Number 2, Thunder money line, Warriors money line, plus 125. Ice Omaha College World Series. Yes, I'm in for that too. All right. So, look, again, we'll talk about these games. I don't want to play spreads. It's a nice NBA. Yeah, Maddie said it right. It's the NBA slate is nice tonight. It is. All right. So, we're going to roll with the Thunder money line, Warriors money line, plus 125. All right. And then we're going to take Derek White over 2.5 threes, minus 105 of the Celtics. Hawk, I got Miami minus 4.5 last night. Nice work, man. Nice work. And you know what? We might be looking to do that. Like, if they win tonight, you might have the right idea. Like, we might want to be looking as soon as it comes out. You're right. That's a good call, man, and good work by you. All right. So Miami, Ohio, minus 5.5. Thunder money line, Warriors money line, plus 125. Derek White over 2.5 threes, minus 105. Okay. Now let's jump into the games that we have here. Oh, wait, hold on. I got an AB3 for you too. All right. So what do you think about this? Now, again, Miami of Ohio, I know. We don't want to be, too leveraged on one team. But got them on money line. All right. At Buffalo, they think it's job done. St. Louis, money line on the road at Davidson. Tennessee, money line against Ole Miss. Now, that's minus 800. So if you want to take Tennessee out of this and you want to put somebody else, I absolutely get it. Now, minus 108 for 3 teams. It is very rare that I would give you something with negative odds on a parlay, right? I don't know if I've ever done it. But college basketball is weird tonight. You have massive spreads, and there are traps everywhere with some of these ranked games. So try to take this thing down, keep it safe, protected. And, hey, if we can get 3 wins, we essentially double up. You know what I mean? So try to do that, see if we can hit it. All right, Miami of Ohio. I mean, I have to say it. They're 22-0, 10-0 in the MAC. Feeling them, obviously. Buffalo, 14-8, 4-6 in the conference. Miami, Ohio, 5.5-point favorites. We are on that. A total of 163.5. Big total there. As I take a drink of Sprite. Anybody like Sprite? I'm a Sprite guy. There's a T-shirt for you. All right. So this total, man, that's high. It's a lot of points. By the way, I just got the AB3 at minus 101 on DraftKings. Nice, man. Nice. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, not that, we're not paying off any mortgages if that one hits, but try to get a quick little double up. You know what I mean? Well, morning crew, do small things with great love. Absolutely, man. And Whale, good to see you, buddy. Glad that you say that. Tizzle, who doesn't like Sprite? I agree. Yeah. Oh, Matty Boy said, hey, before you get into this game, AB, it's Xavier. Good call. Xavier. Nice. And I appreciate that. And anybody that's new, yeah, like drop those in because sometimes I have trouble reading. All right. Xavier taking on UConn. So here's the problem. UConn is a 17.5-point favorite. That is a lot of points. Maddie, I said ginger ale is undefeated. I agree. Ginger ale is fire. And also, we also all have that, right? Feels like a medicine. Got a little cough now. Yeah. So UConn 17.5-point favorites here. That's a big number for a team that, don't get me wrong. Look, I have nothing negative to say about UConn. Obviously, they're 21-1, but I don't know. 17.5 too rich for me. But look at this: Boston College at Duke. Duke is a 25.5-point favorite. Anybody taking that? Is anybody taking Boston College plus 25.5? Bruce said, hey, Bruce, good to see you, man. What to do, Big Kirk? Man, Bruce, good to see you, buddy. Aubie, Miami of Ohio, 14-5 on overs this year. Great stat. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have points in that one, right? So, okay. I don't know anyone that's playing Duke minus 25.5. But yeah, Austin. Verner's or Canada Dry? Which one's the better ginger ale? Ooh, I'm Verner's. I'm a Verner's man. Yeah. But I can't go against Canada Dry is the staple. Like Canada Dry gets the job done. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Canada Dry ginger ale is fantastic. But yeah, I think I'm going Verner's. I'm a Verner's man. Good morning, Melanie. What did I miss? Oh, you just missed our field trip. All right, we'll do the field trip again because, Melanie, you need to see it. You're coming to Nashville. So, all right, Duke, 25.5-point favorites. Yeah. Now, Ole Miss at Tennessee. Ooh, like Ian said, Schweppes. Good call. Schweppes is good. Tony, Verner's root beer now. Yes, dude. I'm a Verner's man, bro. Absolutely. Now, nothing against Canada Dry, nothing against Schweppes. They all get love in my household. But this is a Verner's household. All right. Ole Miss at Tennessee. Okay. If anybody wants to drive to Knoxville, we can leave my house right now. It's 9:22 a.m. Central. We will get there, I don't know, 11:45? Noon. Let's just call it noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll get to Knoxville quick. I'm sure everybody appreciated that math. The Vols are 11.5-point favorites. Total of 139.5. Now, here's the deal with Tennessee. They're playing good. Got them back at the top 25, 15-6, 5-3 in the conference. I like Tennessee tonight. Rick Barnes has been all over the boys. Even hinted that they might be sports betting on their games. So I don't know where that's going to go. But, ooh, Ian, now you're talking about language. Sarsaparilla? I'm a sarsaparilla man. Yeah. Great call. So, look, Tennessee should handle their business tonight. But the problem is that Ole Miss, pesky, man. Tennessee's not necessarily a blowout team. Melanie said, lights out. Now you're talking crazy. Melanie. That was funny. Yeah, so again, man, like these spreads tonight in college basketball are just out of control. Now, not that 11.5 is out of control, but it's big. And I almost took Ole Miss plus 11.5. Not going to lie to you. Now, I think Tennessee gets the job done, but Matty boy, we are way south of the Mason-Dixon line talking sarsaparilla now. Oh, yeah, man. No me miros con esos ojos que me. Yeah, I'm sure everybody appreciates singing. Okay, so applesauce brain. Cyclone, good morning, crew. Finally made it for the morning. It's good to see you, buddy. Really good to see you. Austin, this is making me want to call off work and go day drink sodas. Bro, we have to do that. All right, we're going to do that on our field trip. We're going to day drink sodas. All right, so look, Tennessee's going to get the job done. Knock on wood. But I don't know about 11.5, man. That's a big number. Crystal, you like the Duke over? Let me go back to that real quick. 139.5. Yeah. Not a bad look. Now, you're going to have to get some from Boston College. That's the problem. Right? So, okay, 139.5. So, say 140. So, what is that? 75 or what? Yeah, 70 essentially. That's not going to be the final score, obviously. But, you know, as you go up in points, right, say 80-60. Okay, can you get Duke to 80? Can you get Boston College to 60? And I think that you can. I think Crystal has a great look at this. Like, as we do the math live, yeah, like, what do you think? And I asked you, like, I asked everybody, what do you think the final score of this could be? Because, again, the key is we just got to get Boston College to, like, 60, 65. We can get, 75, 65? That's doable. Can't have them in the 50s. Yeah, Aubie, Duke burned me on the last over. Yeah, that's the tough part with Duke is that they're just really freaking good. You know what I mean? They're just really freaking good. But Yeah, like Crystal, you got a good look. BC team total is 56.5. Sheesh. Yeah. So there we go. So doing the math in our heads, and Boston College team total might not be a bad play. Now, again, I'm not buying in on Boston College huge, but 57. I mean, we could get there, right? Kirk gifted 5 DTL memberships. Kirk, my goodness, buddy. Thank you, man. Thank you. And welcome in to the 5 new members of Driving the Line. Kirk, you're unbelievable, man. And all of you are. The crew, I literally cannot thank you all enough. I know I say that and I'm not saying that about me. I'm saying you deserve to be thanked every day. Y'all are unbelievable. Well, Yingling is my go-to. Dude, Yingling is fire. I like Yingling beer. Tony, where do I buy an applesauce brain t-shirt? I'm about to revamp the entire thing. We got to get that up. Cyclone, one thing finally came to Iowa yesterday. Yingling Lager. Yeah, Yingling is fantastic, man. And you guys are know. Melanie, Midwest is supposed to be best, but we are missing out on an awful lot, it seems. Now, Melanie, we're going to go through a field trip here in just a second. All right. I'll be down south. We call a Coke a Coke. A Mountain Dew is a Mountain Dew. There we go. Mountain Dew from Knoxville, Tennessee. We also call Mountain Dew moonshine. Hence why Mountain Dew was made, to mix with your moonshine. St. John's at DePaul. Don't tell anybody that. St. John's minus 10.5, minus a total of 146.5. We filling the Johnnies here? We doing it for our man Howie? Looking good in that St. John's red. DePaul 12-10, 4-7 in the Big East. David, good morning, team. Swing by, working. David, so good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you doing that, man. Hope you have a good day. Jeff, where I live, almost everyone calls any sodas Coke. Pop. I like when they call them pop. Tizzle, what if you want a Sprite and you ask for a Coke? You gonna get a Coke? Pittsburgh, Virginia. Decent little game here. Kind of. Comparative tonight. Virginia 13. These spreads are out of control. 13.5. Total of 140.5. Virginia can score now. I don't hate this over either. David, you have a great day too, my friend. Hey, and shout out to everybody out there working. All right? Busting your tail. Proud of you. Good job. St. Louis Davidson. St. Louis, 9.5-point favorites, 21-1 on the year, 9-0 in the Atlantic 10. Matty Ice, he said, what y'all know about Dr. Thunder? Yep. Walmart. I know all about it. Yep. Ian, Dr. Thunder and Mountain Lion. Hawk, Yahoo Mountain Dew, some of the best commercials. Yeah, no doubt. I love you saying Yahoo. Jeff, people say yeah, but make mine a Pepsi Sprite. You can find me in St. Louis. Dude, that Nelly album, that one of the best albums. Like, I still listen to it. Yeah, so shout out to Nelly, the St. Lunatics. I try to tell you, don't cross that bridge. Well, that's some trouble from the St. Lunatics. St. Louis is doing their thing. Now, we've got them in the money line. I've sang 3 songs already. It's 9:29. It's going to be a great day. Again, 9.5 on the road. Okay, that's the other problem, is that you have a lot of these spreads and you have them on the road, man. It is so much of a mind sweep that St. Louis could win by 6. You know, God, that's why you see the AB3 parlay with those 3 teams and just money lines. Yeah. Scary. All right, let me get the picks back up. Let's talk about the NBA. All right, so Miami of Ohio, minus 5.5. Thunder money line, Warriors money line, plus 125. And then Derek White, over 2.5 threes, minus 105. Jeff said, moonshine is just called white here. Yep. Kirk, Mean Joe Green, the best Super Bowl commercial ever. That's a great question. Is that? I think that it is. Is that the best Super Bowl commercial ever? Kirk used to drink Tab in the 80s. That's the one that came. It's in the pink, right? It's a pink can. I've never had a Tab, but I've seen them. Are they good? All right, so these are the three that we have. Miami of Ohio minus 5.5. Thunder money line. Warriors money line plus 125. Derek White, Celtics over 2.5 threes minus 105. All right, jumping in the NBA. And we'll be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. We'll jump into the NBA more. But unfortunately, we do need to keep an eye on our injury reports today. Starting lineups when we get them. Nuggets and the Pistons. Pistons, 4.5-point favorites. Total of 227.5. All right, so a couple questions in this one. I mean, look at the players to watch right there. Jokic, Cade Cunningham, you don't really have to go too much further there. The question is, what are you going to do? You going triple-double on Jokic? Look at these numbers, man. Jokic is averaging a triple-double. Nurkic is out today. Hawk, Spike Lee, MJ, Bugs Bunny. There you go. Okay, yeah. So the question here is, what do you do with Jokic? His minutes could get restricted. And again, when we say restricted, what you're talking about is the difference between 33 minutes and 30 minutes. Okay, so let's keep it in perspective. But yeah, and especially being on the road, third game back after injury. Lambo said, I work for Budweiser, so I didn't chime in. Biased. Yeah. Well, let me say, you all have put out some amazing commercials. And I mean that plural and amazing. Yeah. Tizzle, Nuggets money line. I mean, the Budweiser, what's up? The Frogs might be like, those two right there might be the greatest Super Bowl commercials of all time. And we didn't even talk about like the Clydesdales. You know what I mean? Brad, hey, Budweiser should sponsor DTL. I agree. That would be a primo deal. All right. So, yeah, what are you going to do with Jokic tonight? We'll talk about it this afternoon. Jazz and the Pacers. All right. Pacers 3.5-point. Let me pull this up full screen. Pacers 3.5-point favorites. Total of 236.5. Markkanen, Pascal Siakam. Siakam averaging 23.8. John, this year's Bud commercial is good with Freebird. There we go. Do you guys watch the Super Bowl commercials early, or do you wait? I always wait. Brad, AB and I need a filmed Stone Cold like intro video using Budweiser. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, dude, the Bud Bowl, another great point. Yeah, absolutely. Put out bangers, man. $4, yeah, $4 to get into this one. There you go. Kings and the Wizards, or Kings, Knicks and the Wizards. I'm telling you, I can't read. Knicks and the Wizards. Knicks 13.5-point favorites. Total 227.5. Anybody riding any Brunson props? Lakers and the Nets. Lakers 8.5-point favorites. Total 222.5. C-Dub. Pascal Siakam over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Minus 102. I like that. So, yeah, Lakers and the Nets. You got that tonight. Hawks in the Heat. Heat finally playing somebody other than the Chicago Bulls. And how many times is this? Heat, 4.5-point favorites. I swear, they're a 4.5-point favorite in every game. Celtics and the Mavs. We're on Derek White here. Now, Jaylen Brown could go off too. Celtics are 31-18. This team is good, man. Give them credit. And their main dude, Jason Tatum's not there, so this team's playing tough. Mavericks, I wanted to ride Klay Thompson threes tonight, but it was actually priced out. It was like minus 180. So Celtics and the Mavs, Bulls and the Bucks. Bucks about to trade Giannis, right? I don't know what I would do with Milwaukee right now. That's a huge risk. Magic and the Thunder. This is going to be a great game. So we've got the Thunder on the money line here. Thunder are 6.5-point favorites. Look at this total, 219.5. Is anybody jumping on that? You think both teams get to 110? Might be a tall ask. 76ers and the Warriors. So we'll get the Warriors there. Money line. Maxi. Are we doing it, Whale? Are we riding Maxi props tonight? Tizzle. Thunder minus 6.5. I agree. Jumping back to it. I think it's going to be a big Oklahoma City game tonight. Lambeau. Bulls are playing somebody other than the Heat. Nice. I know, right? Jeff, what about those Grizzlies last night? Dude, I know. I know, man. We'll put up what? 137? Massive number. All right, so we're on the Warriors here. Suns and the Blazers. Suns minus 3.5 total, 217.5. There's the Super Bowl. We're going to get to that in just a second. All right, so that's the NBA. And again, try not to do too much heavy in the NBA early in the mornings because I don't want to burn you on injury reports. So we'll be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll go through the NBA much more. Let me get the picks back up here. Melanie, you still in here? If you are, say something in the chat. We're going to go through our field trip. Miami of Ohio, minus 5.5, minus 115. Thunder money line, Warriors money line, plus 125. Derek White over 2.5 threes, minus 105. And then an AB3, if you want to jump in a parlay, again, I'm telling you right out of the gate, the juice isn't good. Normally, I wouldn't ever do this to you, but yeah, I'm just trying to double up some money. So give me Miami of Ohio money line, St. Louis money line, Tennessee money line. I got it minus 108. Again, Matty Boy, I think it's about even money. If you grab it over at DraftKings. Kirk said Dyson Daniels lines are moving. His rebounds and assists are at 13.5 right now. Watch, see if they move down later. AB. Kirk, I appreciate that. As always, big dog. All right, so real quick, then we're going to jump into the Super Bowl here. All right, our field trip, if anybody missed it. So Nashville joining cities hosting the 2028 Olympic soccer matches. So it's going down. The finals are the Rose Bowl, but you got to come through Music City, baby, to do it. Now, on our field trip, where are we going to go? You hear me talk about places that we like, places that are friends of the program here. Number one, here's your park, Geodis Park. We're all going to, and I'm not kidding, by the way, we're all going to be here in Nashville together. You can stay at my house. We'll get hotels at the Sonesta Select. Geodis Park, here is where it all goes down. Look at this. And the funny part is on the right, I was looking at places to live right over on the right side. I didn't end up moving in there, but yeah, I was looking at places right over there. Love the spot. Okay. Next, Peg Leg Porker. That's where we're going to eat barbecue. Huge friend of the program. Absolutely love Carrie Bringle and everybody. Leighton Hilbert. Keep going down the list. Peg Leg, huge friend. That's where we're going to go eat, sit on the deck, have some fun. Live Oak, my boy Hasten, big friend of the program. Live Oak, let's go. That's where we're going to go have some drinks. Vandy Boys, baseball game, let's go. The Parthenon, we're going to go see that. And then look at him, Randall Mims himself. Look at Mims looking good. And Harley. Go check out Mims Lumber. Look at Harley, man, looking sharp. I love it. Yeah. Oh, dude. Party with the crew. I'm not kidding. We're definitely doing this, man. We're going to do it before 2028, but no doubt. Matty Boy said the over-under of number of places AB will no longer be welcome out on this list. We're going to have a blast, man. Make sure you snag your Harley meet and greet tickets. Yes. Freddie Bear said, sign me up. Let's go. No doubt. Michael, Wedgwood, Houston area around the stadium has exploded with developments. Absolutely. That's exactly the area we were talking about. So the stadium, and we'll get to the NBA or the NFL, I promise. The stadium right here. Yeah. So, okay. So if you look like basically to the left. So you'll see the mountains in the top right. Okay. Go the opposite, complete opposite direction, left. And that's where you got Mims Lumber, literally right across the street. You can almost see it in this picture. Tizzle, if I get lost, please return me to Broadway. Yep. We'll have Ubers running, bro. Don't worry about it. All right. So the Super Bowl. Pretty big game. They're going to have one of these in Nashville here pretty soon, too, thanks to that new stadium. And you best believe when the Super Bowl comes to Nashville, we're taking over. No doubt. It might be 2036. So, yeah. All right, Seahawks and the Patriots. So, what to know about the Super Bowl? So, we will be live Sunday, normal time. We'll also be live Sunday night, our normal NFL prime time, right? Hour before. Go through it. I'll get the time up because I know the Super Bowl says 6:30. Could be 8:15. Who knows, right? So I'll get the time and all that set up. AB, what is over? You know it's gonna be one. Dude, I love this. The DTLians. Yes. Shout out to Outcast, by the way, too. We need DTL on radio. Oh, yeah. 100%. All right. So my shirt will say Tootsies. Yes. You know Tootsies. Definitely, man. Pink building. All right. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Okay. So we're adding one here. Patriots fans. Sorry. Give me Sam Darnold MVP. I'm doing it. Plus 115. Adding to our existing list here of Super Bowl picks. While it's at plus money, I'm going to take a shot. Okay? Now, I'll get to all the odds in 1 second. All right? Sam Darnold MVP plus 115. Drake May, interception minus 120. Jackson Smith, the Jigba, anytime TD minus 110. Seahawks Patriots over 2.5 turnovers minus 115. Seahawks Patriots, both teams to score 20 plus points plus 125. So we'll keep adding to this as we go through the week, as we have last week. But understand, we're now in game week. So all NFL odds, like all prop bets and all, yardage and all that stuff, those numbers aren't going down. Now, it might take a few more days to see it start going up because really it's when the public comes in and heavily bets it. Also, let me say this real quick, and I mean this sincerely. Do not wait until 30 minutes before the Super Bowl to get all your bets in. Okay. And the reason that I say it is this, not saying don't do your due diligence and wait and all that. Absolutely. What I'm getting at is that remember that you are going to have so many more new people betting. It'll be the largest new bettors day of the year. Okay. And they're all going to be betting on the same game, meaning that these apps get overloaded with traffic. Okay. And sometimes they go down. Sometimes you'll freezes, like all that kinds of stuff. And the lines by the time we get there are going to be absolutely inflated. So remember that it is going to be the most popular statistical betting day of the year. And these books will get overloaded with web traffic. Yeah. So just be careful on that. Just don't wait. AB, look at us. Do you think we're waiting until the last second? Yeah, I know, right? All right. So these are the plays that we have. Now, MVP. Sam Darnold plus 115. All right, let's start here. Sam Darnold plus 115. Drake May plus 240. Cap Hyde said, "Get those likes up, fam. Let's cash out. Try not to crash out." I love that saying. And Cap Hyde, you're exactly right. Everybody, make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Cap Hyde's king. All that. So, okay, quarterbacks first. So let's remember, they want to give it to a quarterback. It's easy to give it to a quarterback. Spelldog said, what was the AB3 again? Miami of Ohio money line, St. Louis money line, Tennessee money line. All right, so again, it is very easy to give it to a quarterback. It's the default. Same thing with NFL MVP, right? But here's the thing on betting this. If you think it's going to be a high-scoring game, take the quarterback. Because here's why. Let's just say, and we're just using an example, let's say the Seahawks win 27-24. Well, that's 3 touchdowns each. And probably MVP is going to come from the winning team. And in this scenario, it's the Seahawks. And let's say they score 3 touchdowns in the game and 2 field goals. Kenneth Walker has a touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba has a touchdown. And somebody else. Well, you're not going to give it to Kenneth Walker unless he went for like 199 yards, if he just went crazy. Or Jackson Smith-Njigba. What if he goes crazy? Well, guess what? Who's throwing on the ball? Right? And if you get in that scenario where all 3 touchdowns for the Seahawks are passing touchdowns, well, unless, Jackson Smith-Njigba catches all 3 of them, I bet they're going to give it to the quarterback, especially after Sam Darnold and what he went through last year and a new team and all that, right? So, yeah, that's why I'm going Sam Darnold. He's the favorite. It's a chalk play. I totally get it. But I don't think it's a dumb play. Now, Drake May, if you think the Patriots are going to win, this might be an even easier bet. Because Drake May could be the NFL MVP by the time that this game kicks off. We'll know Thursday night. I said Clint Kubiak for MVP. They need to give it to assistant coaches. We need an assistant coach of the Super Bowl, right? All right, so that's why I'm not against betting on running backs, wide receivers, anybody, do your thing. But for me, I am not moving away from the quarterback position. Now, it's the MVP. It's not like everybody's going to bet on this anyway. That said, though, I think Sam Darnold or Drake May is the way you're going to want to look here. It's going to be very easy to give it to them. Quarterbacks are well-spoken. They're the CEO of the team. Everybody knows who they are. Like, it's easy to give it to them. And trust me, they'll follow the path of least resistance. You know what I mean? Johnny Boy, the Titans have the first all-bald coaching staff. Michael, I worry that Vrabel is going to take away Seattle's best player, so I'm timid on Jackson Smith-Njigba props. Michael, that's a great point. So, again, I'm big on Darnold here. I think it's the way to go. So, I'm going to roll with it. But, again, do you think? All right, so we'll keep talking about the Super Bowl as we go along. And let me just show you. Like, we've got all of we could go through this, but it would take hours. And we got plenty of time to do it. So if there are any areas that you want to hit on early, and I keep looking, by the hour as they keep adding them in. But I don't want to go through, the same show 4 times, right? Because you're like, we've looked at passing props. We've looked at all that. If we like INTs, is a cornerback worth a stab at plus 10,000, Witherspoon or Gonzalez? Yeah, that bet is what it is, right? It's plus 10,000 for a reason. We all get that. But, I wonder if there's a way. What am I getting at? It almost might be better to bet, would there be a defensive touchdown? Now, it's not going to be plus 10,000. This is one of those, put a couple bucks or whatever on it, right? But from the betting perspective, I don't hate that look. But it would take, yeah. But anyways, that's talking all over the place. But yeah, just interceptions. Sorry, I was in Super Bowl mode. Just interceptions, betting that, but betting on the defensive player and betting on a cornerback is not a bad play. Safeties are going to come in and out. You're going to be running different defensive sets, but you're always going to have cornerbacks there. Yeah. So Witherspoon and Gonzalez, not a bad play, and you don't need the touchdown, defensive touchdown. Ice DeBone Samuel, anytime touchdown in the Puppy Bowl, plus 600. Let's go. I forgot about the Puppy Bowl. All right, we are definitely going to have props all over. What was the name? D-Bone Samuel. I have to say, that's my sense of humor right there. D-Bone Samuel. I'm an 8-year-old. I love it. Sam Darnold, MVP, plus 115. Drake May, 1 interception, minus 120. Jackson Smith, the jig anytime TD. Seahawks Patriots over 2.5 turnovers. Seahawks Patriots, both teams scored 20-plus points. All right, now let me get today's picks up here. Miami of Ohio, minus 5.5. Thunder money line, Warriors money line, plus 125. And Derek White over 2.5 threes at minus 105. AB3, Miami of Ohio, money line. St. Louis, money line. Tennessee, money line, minus 108. Pats have given up 5 sacks in each of the playoff games. Ooh, that's a great look. Will, good to see you, buddy. Did I miss what color the Gatorade will be? Ooh, well, we talked about it yesterday, but I'll get all the odds and all that stuff up for tomorrow. I like that. Tizzle, does anyone truly believe the Patriots are winning? I don't. Now, again, I'm not coming at the Patriots or Patriots fans. I just think the Seahawks are the better team. But you ask a great question. And what would it take for the Patriots to win this game? The biggest thing for me is Drake May's arm or shoulder, really. But he was throwing like normal. So that's a good sign. I mean, obviously. Yeah, it's a good sign. Yeah, quarterback's shoulder's fine. Yeah. Jeff, I like the Pats. There we go. They'd have to score more than Seattle. Yeah. I just feel like Seattle. Okay, here's the other question, though. What if Seattle starts really slow? What would it take? What scenario would it take for you to be fully in on the Pats? Right? I mean, it would have to be a bunch of turnovers early, right? I don't know. You know what? You ask a great question, and let me whiteboard that because I want to go through the paths. That's a good, the paths of what it would take. If you think New England's going to win this game, I would say it's going to be a massive Drake May Day. That's a great shirt, Drake May Day. If Vrabel suits up, I'll take him. Yeah. Bark Purdy. I love those names. Scotty, I'm going to Denny's. Nice. Dude, that sounds good, man. Defense wins Super Bowls. Is that still a thing? I don't think so. Yes, dude. Old school. Oh, my God. Cooper Pup. Anyone have a dark horse contender to win Super Bowl MVP? That's a good question. I'll tell you what. Let's do that. We'll bring it to the afternoon show. All right. AB3, Miami, money line, St. Louis, money line, Tennessee, money line. Let's go. Miami of Ohio, minus 5.5. Thunder, money line. Warriors, money line, plus 125. Derek White, over 2.5 threes, minus 105. And great question. All right. Bring those to the afternoon show, 3 p.m. Eastern today, 2 p.m. Central. Let's talk about dark horses for the MVP in the Super Bowl. We'll also talk about the NBA, college basketball. All right. See you this afternoon. Everybody have a wonderful day. Peace. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.